Oh, that sun's right in my face. There's Crappie right there. Oh, that's a good one. Oh yeah. Oh, a magnolia. First cast today, magnolia's gotta be good luck, right? Look at that. That's pretty good. Try and be as quiet as I can. Usually these are some pretty big fish that sit on this tree I'm fishing. I got my live well turned off. I got my back graph turned off. I do everything I can to prevent spooking fish. Got my range set right at 30. That's a glob of fish right there off that tree. I mean, nothing's growing on these trees, so I know that's fish. And I see some good ones in there. All right, so that tree I was fishing right there, the fish either moved or I spooked them. So I'm setting my range pretty far out now. I got it set at 70 feet. And I'm gonna turn my trolling motor until I find those fish again, because they'll show up. There they are. Move to that next tree up. I'm gonna scale it down each time I get closer to them. This cloud right here is them crappie moving around. I'm gonna try to cut them off. All right, so I caught back up with them fish. They're coming up from the bottom right here. I got my bait right at them. Let's see if one comes at it. Here he is. All right, so I chased those crappie down. This is a decent sized fish right here. Oh yeah. Here he is. Don't you fall out of that net. Come here. Oh yeah. Pretty good sized fish right there. All right guys, I'm gonna show y'all a trick that I use with live scope that most people won't do. Most people put their range at the most 40 or 50 to find brush piles and fish and stuff. I'll actually put my graph at 80. And what we're out here doing is we're just chasing fish, moving from brush piles. I'm chasing open water fish, and I'm also chasing fish on timber. The fall transition is happening real heavy right now. We just got our first really cold week. Water temperature is about 60, 62, 63. I got my graph set on 80 right now. I know there's a brush pile out here somewhere. I mean, I know exactly where it is according to my map, but I have no idea where it's at, looking at my graph right here. So I put my graph at 80, range forward 80, and I will scan until I see a big blob. There it is right there. Now I can go ahead and tell you there's fish on it because I know what crappie look like this far away, but that big blob right there is that brush pile I was looking for. So now I got it set at 70. My troll motor's pointing that way, and I'm gonna start heading that way till we get there. And I'll scale it down every time I start seeing it. I'll go ahead and start scaling it down. That way I'll know when to slow down and start casting. And usually I set my graph at 30 feet in front of me when I fish. I can tell fish, I can tell what kind of fish it is, and you can see down to a 32nd ounce jig really good. So let me get up here to them, we'll catch some. All right, I'm starting to come into view. There's a bunch of fish right here. Look, there's a few decent ones in here. I see the small ones, but those big white returns, I can see the oval shapes kind of sticking out sometimes. They're going ahead and starting to show up. We got some stain to the water, so hopefully won't spook them too bad. Usually the smaller the fish, the less they spook them big ones. A few deer hunters out there like big buck deer. They're extremely smart. Go ahead and pitch that out there. See if we can't get bit this cast. There's my jig going down. There's a crappie coming up. He's still looking at it. They weren't too sure about that one. Watching my jig go down, I start out by keeping my jig above them. You know, bait fish is gonna swim above them. There he is. Got him that time. Kind of what I figured. A little bit smaller fish. Oh, come here. You can tell the duck season's approaching. Duck hunters are coming out, looking around. So I went to an MCM tackle, custom poured bait he made me. Really tough bait. So we're gonna try these out, a little bit smaller profile, and see if that doesn't help those fish being real finicky. Sinking down. Going right to them. Yep, that worked. You get fish being finicky, downsize a little bit. I think one of their favorite baits is a threadfin shad. Get off here. You got him all wrapped up. There we go. I want one of them big guys I keep seeing down there. They don't want to play as much. God, he nailed it falling. Frisky little rascals. Not big as nothing. Woo. And drop it straight down on them. Probably ain't gonna sit there too long before they whack it. Yep, look at that. That's automatic. And the good thing about this MCM tackle rubber jig is I ain't had to change jigs yet. They're tough as nails. Even these little fish can't tear them up. I want to stop it right above them. Oh, he didn't grab it. I'm gonna let it drop back down to him. There he is. All right, so this school of fish a little bit smaller. We're gonna get out here and move to another spot. I mean, I could probably catch 30 of these rascals, but I like catching them big boys. Ain't nothing wrong, get your numbers up. Whoa. Okay, no net needed. We got him in the boat. I forgot to have my camera on. Good fish. Oh yeah. So now I'm open water hunting, no brush. I would technically be catching longline fish right now. That's what I'm after. All right, so I'm actually chasing these fish down right here. They're a school of crappie, big crappie moving. I'm gonna chase them down until I can get casting distance and let my bait sink in front of them. I'm gonna pick one off. There he is. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, yeah. Good fish right there. Chasing them down. Now, when I set the hook on that fish, them fish ran. So I set my range back at 50 and I got right back on them. They're 35 feet in front of the boat right now. Draw it down so I can see more detail. Looks like there's more of them now. There's a tank right there. cut these crappie off right here. Gonna cut off where their path is swimming. Oh, missed him. Missed him. I should be able to catch one of these right here. There's my jig sinking down. Back of school, one sees it, one stop it. Oh, God. He about took the rod out of my hands right there. Goodness gracious. That's a good one. Get that net. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Come back, come back, come back. Come back. Come back. Ooh, yeah. That's a tank right there. That is a tank. You think he wanted that bait right there? Goodness gracious. That's a 150. All right, we're gonna get in the shade so we can see that scale 0, 0, 0. Lock him on right there. $147. Zero it again. It can be a 140, 147. And up. Good fish. See a school of fish. See if one grabs it. Oh yeah, he did. Little guy's eating it up. Hey, white crappie. I got two really big fish right here. I hope they're crappie because I got a good shot at them. I mean, two really big fish. He sees it. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. As soon as I saw him on the graph, I knew that was a tank. That's over 150 right there, boys. Goodness gracious. Whew. That's what you open water hunt for right there. I mean, you can dock shoot, you can brush pile fish, but that's why I open water hunt right there. I'm only in 16 foot of water, but this group of crappie right here coming in the stream 60 feet out. They're near the bottom. Most everything's been about 8 to 10 foot down. There's a better fish, I can already tell. You'll learn is the more fish you see, the more fish you catch. What size fish you are. That's a tank right there. One out singled out like that. So when I see a group of fish and I'm in open water, I start way out and I work my way in because them fish are sitting still. I don't see their tails moving. You just see the little blips of their gills moving. And I'm gonna start real slow and I'm gonna cast out far to them. The point I make to people is about sneaking up on fish is if I told you there were a 3-pounder in there, you would do everything you could to catch him, right? So why get on top of them? Why drop straight on top of them, possibly spook them with the trolling motor or the boat? Once I get about 35 feet in, I'm gonna give these a shot. He didn't like something he saw at all. He got it that time. Not the biggest one of the bunch. Let you go, buddy. There he is. There he is. What in the world has happened to you, buddy? Something good after him. Something it after him. You know what? You got battle scars, buddy. I'll let you go. That's a decent fish. Not huge by no means, but they hungry. Another good little eater fish, but not what I'm after today. This just goes to show right here the different types of fall fishing you can do. You can long line if you want to, which the fish I was sniping is what I call them. You can brush pile fish, what I'm doing now. And you can shoot docks. I haven't done that today, but trust me, I've passed up fishing docks to come out here for these bigger fish. There he is. Not as big as I thought it was gonna be. Still a fish. One more still sitting there. Try to get him off real quick. Try to get him. Heck, I even hook him. Good night of living. Alright guys, I started today, didn't even know I was going to record a video. Just brought my camera stuff with me. Glad my camera still works. Crazy, right? Crazy year. We'll get in that in a second. But getting out here in this open water, timber, and some brush, you get them good in the fall. Alright, so I'm doing the intro at the end because I had no idea I was going to record a video. And once I started seeing some big open water fish, I knew I could get into them pretty good. And the whole day, I wanted to come out here and just try out a new Bonestix crappie rod, a 7-footer prototype that is being designed by yours truly, CWC Guide Crappie. It's going to be a CWC series. I came out here and tested the prototype today. I know some guys won't know why was I using a white rod, but this is what I've been working on for the last year with Bonestix crappie rods, and we're finally getting the final product done. This is the first prototype, and you know, guys are going to love it. It's really lightweight, you know, great for casting and shooting docks. I did a lot of casting with it today. But just to recap today, all I did was I went out in open water. I found some timber with a few fish on it really early next to the river channels, and then I went to the back of the creeks and found bait. Once you find bait in the fall, you can catch crappie. So I saw some bait, saw some fish up under bait, and then I started seeing the schools of crappie. I caught some smaller ones at first, as you see on the video. Then I started searching for just them big ones like the two I was just holding up. It should only get better. That type of bite, the open water bite, should only get better as it gets colder. These fish get in these creeks chasing bait. But haven't put out a video. I've been really busy setting up my own guide service. Still busy with that, setting it up, getting that going this year, and I've been busy designing a rod. So getting back into the fall season. Just thanks for checking out the videos again, guys. Try to do some more this winter. I'm getting ready for the spawning season. Been putting out some spawning brush. May do another one with them. But if you can, guys, if you got live scope, or it don't matter if you have live scope or not, you see some bait, throw some rods out the back of the boat, long line. That's how we used to do it. But now I can actually see the fish I want to catch. But it's pretty cool with live scope. Look forward to getting y'all the new 7-footers. Be on the lookout for that. I think Bonestix crappie rods has got their 13, 12s, and 10-foot rods in now. He's been waiting on them. Go check them out. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see y'all in the water.